Aloha Sicilians, welcome back, finally, to This Night in Stars, episode 49. For this episode, I am again going to review the Banff Film Festival. As I stated in my apology vid, I went to the festival with my ranger troupe back in November. This year, it was my second time ever going to the festival, and I enjoyed it just as much as the first year. For those of you who don't know, the Banff Film Festival is a film festival that takes place in Banff for multiple weeks. It's been going on for many, many years. I forget exactly, but probably 40 if I'm going to estimate. They also have a book festival going on as well. We don't go to that, but I'm sure it's equally fun. As well, during the intermission of the movies, like during the lunch break, you can walk around to lots of different stands. They're like outdoor hiking, skiing, that type of thing, themed stands. And you can either buy their products for a discounted price, or you can get a lot of freebies. There's pens, there's stickers, whatever. There was no filming allowed in the theater, so I don't have any footage from the actual movies, but the programs that my group was watching was the all-day films from Saturday, November 2nd. I'm not going to talk about every single movie that we watched because that would take too much time, but I will go into detail about my favorites and least favorites, explaining why that is the case. So the very first movie that we watched, the very first movie of the day, was a cartoon called Ors Piste, or however you pronounce it. I feel like I'm butchering the French, so my apologies. But the description of it, according to the official Banff Film Fest guide, it says, "The two best mountain rescue workers of the region are ready for their new mission. Despite their professionalism and their determination, it will not go as planned." It sounds like it will be a really good movie. And because it's a cartoon, that sounds like it would be really good as well, because I loved the cartoon from last year. By the way, link to last year's Banff Film Fest review in the description. But this movie, oh my gosh, it terrified me. They, meaning the rescuers, land their helicopter on the tip of this mountain to help the skier. And then when they're trying to load the skier into the helicopter, something goes wrong. The helicopter falls off the mountain, it falls down the cliff, and explodes. The helicopter's out of commission. It's freaking gone. So they have to get down the steep mountain. It gets really steep. They have to get down the steep mountain by foot. And so they put the skier guy on the stretcher, and they're dragging him along behind him, and everything that can go wrong goes wrong. They have to use the stretcher guy as a bridge over the ravine. They have to rappel down with the rope, but the one guy has to hold the rope, doesn't hold the rope, so the one guy falls and hurts himself. The skier guy gets smacked in the face with branches. He's like bruised and more in pain than when he started this journey. At one point, they find a cabin and stay overnight, but when they prop their skis in the snow, they also prop the guy in the stretcher in the snow, and they leave him freezing overnight. And then, I don't ask me why, but their house, something goes wrong at their house, and they're in a ball of fire, rocketing into outer space, and then falling back down. That was the only good part. The house in space was the only good part, because the whole thing just terrified me. How it went so wrong, and the guy was more injured than when they started. The second film of the day is called Eli, and it ranked as my least favorite movie of the entire day. The description says, "As a rancher growing up in the rugged northeast corner of the Nahava Nation with no electricity or running water, Eli learned through years of work what it meant to rely on discipline and endurance. Now he relies on those same skills, running long distances, driving every day, in his words, to be better than he was the day before." I can't remember why I gave it 2.5. There are no additional notes on my ranking card, but I'm going to assume that it's because I found it really boring. It wasn't a length problem. The movie was only 5 minutes, so if I thought I got bored over time, I must not have. It's just that I didn't like the topic. I'm not big into running, so why would I want to watch a running movie? The next movie that I want to talk about, we're going to skip to the very last movie of the day, one called Holy Tour. The description says, "Holy Tour is a film about the modern-day pilgrims who stake out their claim to camping spots 2 weeks ahead of time on the Tour de France route, so they can cheer on the riders in the events they pass. It is a film about the passing of time perched between the road and the cliff, about daily routine, and about everyone's need to belong." That one is also one of my least favorites of the day because I got really bored watching it. I don't like the Tour de France. So and the bikers didn't come till the end of the movie. So basically it was just a bunch of old people in trailers on the side of a road in France and I just didn't like it. A lot of people in my unit actually rated it as the best movie of the afternoon, if not the day. But for me, it just wasn't my cup of tea, and it ranked as one of the most disliked movies, personally. Now that we've talked about which movies are my least favorite, it's time to talk about which movies are my favorites. So one movie, which is called Home, was not only my favorite movie of the morning, but my favorite movie of the entire freaking day. The description, again according to the official Banff Film Guide, says, between 2011 and 2015, UK adventurer Sarah Outen traversed the globe by bike, kayak, and rowboat, traveling over 32,000 kilometers by human power alone. The solo trip took its toll, and a violent storm on the Pacific takes Sarah to the mental and physical brink. So, sounds pretty intense here. But basically, the short form of the plot is this woman from the UK named Sarah Outen is trying to traverse a straight line across the globe, only using manpower. She's going to kayak, she's going to row the oceans, and she's going to bike. And she cannot have a single gap in her lines. If someone were to drive her, for example, 50k by car to do whatever thing, she'd have to then backtrack it and bike those 50k. She can't have a single gap in her lines. It has to be consecutively straight. And there's quite a few storms and whatnot that hinder her on the ocean, and she has to take various breaks, do some, and wait a few years, do some more, blah blah blah. But it was a really cute story because she would not give up. She kept trying to do her adventures. She got a girlfriend along the way and support from her. Like, it was just the cutest adventure love story you ever seen in your life. I especially love this time when she was biking through China, and this guy, I forget his name, but she meets him on the side of the road. He's like, I'm gonna come with you, and she just thinks she'll never see him again because he doesn't know how to bike. He has to literally get a list and buy everything from scratch. But the next day, there he is, all geared up, and he literally bikes with her until she leaves China, which I thought was really cute. That movie was my only 5 out of 5 for the entire day. The words I've written down on my review sheet, just some quick notes. I have love, funny, sad, inspiring, and motivational. That is what I wrote down on my sheet. I mentioned Home was not only my favorite movie of the morning, but my favorite movie of the entire day. However, my favorite afternoon movie, which got a 4.75 out of 5, was called Myrtle Simpson, A Life on Ice. The official description says, Myrtle Simpson, trailblazer, pioneer, adventurer, mountain climber, pole explorer, writer, and mother. From Spitzenberg to Greenland, from the North Pole to the highlands of Southland, from New Zealand to Peru, Myrtle blazed her own trail. She experienced places most people only dream about, all while writing 13 books, collecting specimens from museum botanical collections, and raising 4 children. So basically, this person is a freaking legend. She can do anything she wants to do, and she's amazing. But really the point of the movie was to show her going on these polar expeditions that many people don't get to do. She'll cross Greenland's in the ice. She'll cross Greenland's ice. She'll go to the North Pole on foot. Like, it's very cold. It's lots and lots of days camping. It's hard work, but her friends, I think her husband came with her. She does not give up. She gets the missions done. I can't remember too much to say about the different movies because I went to this festival over a month ago by now. Like I said, these are the November 2nd films, but that is my breakdown of my favorite movies and least favorite movies of the day. If you ever get a chance to go to the festival yourself, I would highly recommend it. Even if not all the movies are good, they are all still really good in some way because it had to be good to make it to this point of the festival. So I'm going to keep my rating same as last year's rating, which again I have linked to that video in the description, and give the Banff Film Fest a 10 out of 10. Like I just said, if you ever get a chance to go, I would highly, highly recommend that you do so. I also recommend that you hit up the hot springs at the end of your day, which we always do as a unit. That is also a very good thing to do. That wraps up this video. If you enjoyed, please drop a like down below and subscribe so you don't miss any future content. Follow me on my social medias. Comment if you've ever been to the Banff Film Festival or what your experience was like. And aloha till next time.